Hey guys! So today on our home gym equipment review, we have the DAV Creator Bench by Trainox Official. So let me tell you about this bench. If you remember, we did a video on their FED bench a while ago, and my biggest concern and biggest feedback was it was way too tiny. It was like a child's bench. So now they have a full-size adult bench. And let me go over some of the features for you guys. So first and foremost, we have 6 different settings for the backrest. And then for the seat pad right here, we have 4 different settings. Ooh. As you can see, we have a handle down here. So we have easy to move around. The only thing, because I'm a little bit of a spoiled gym girl, I like storing my benches vertically. This doesn't give you that capacity. But at 62.8 pounds, it's pretty easy to move around. So no big deal there. All right, let's talk about max capacity of this bench. So the recommended max user weight is going to be about 265 pounds, according to their website. The weight plate limit for here to do your preacher curl or your curls or leg curls, leg extensions is going to be 110 pounds. So 110 pounds is the limit for leg extensions, leg curls. For leg extensions, that's not as heavy as I would like it to go, but it is what it is. The max capacity overall is 800 pounds. And lastly, on their website, they say the recommended capacity is 440 pounds. One more thing that I want to showcase before we get in a little bit deeper is over here on this preacher pad, there are 6 height adjustments, as well as underneath there are adjustments so you can angle the pad in or out depending on where you'd like to lay your arms to do the curl, so you can adjust this. And according to their website, this preacher curl pad is set at 82.1 degrees, which they claim on their website is the world's first 82.1 degree preacher pad, which they say gives you a better rotation and contraction for your biceps. We're gonna have to put that to use because I've never heard anyone be so specific. We will get started here in a minute. Lastly, the leg curl, leg extension. It has 4 positions for the leg curl to adjust and none for the leg extension. So whatever length your bottom half of your leg is, it's either gonna fit this or it's not, because you can't adjust this pad down here. Okay, now let's get into product testing. Here we are. So let's take this bench through a couple dumbbell exercises, see how it is. Initially, I'm gonna start at the bottom. So it goes down to a 30% decline. So let's just see how that feels. Gotta lock your legs in. Well, locking my legs in doesn't really necessarily feel really good on that lumbar support, but if I don't lock my legs in, I slide down. So here we go. Let's try that again. Maybe I have to. Yeah, okay, so decline, definitely not my favorite, just because of the bend here. I have nothing to support myself, so I don't like this decline, but you know, let's move on. All right, we're gonna go to 0. Here we go. I will say that these little divots are pretty shallow, so I feel like that could pop out. I would have liked these to be just a little bit deeper. I like to go deep on these just to make sure my rod is in there, that I'm not gonna accidentally slip out when I'm doing any kind of heavy lifting. So let's sit down, test it out just a little bit. So if I come all the way back, my lower back is right here at this, my glutes are sinking in. Now if I come down here, then my lower back isn't supported. This is a pretty big gap. I'd have liked this gap to be a little bit closer together. That way you have more support. I feel like that's a big gap. Anyway, let's carry on. Where are my dumbbells? All right, the pad is nice and firm. No complaints there. It's very supportive. Okay, flat bench, nothing, no issues other than this gap. And I will say, just like knowing my experience with other benches, this is a very large, long and thick lower bench pad compared to other ones I've used. And again, that's not very deep there, but let's move on. I think if this was smaller and this was larger, we would have not had that issue with my lower back support. Okay, so we have 30, 45, 60, and 90 degrees. So these are the 6 settings you can have, which I guess are the most commonly used. So we have 45. Let's put this at something just to kind of see how it feels. I mean, not too bad. Do some bicep curls. All right. I will say I feel like this is a pretty steep angle. Maybe I don't like that angle. I feel like I'm all crunched in. But if you feel it from like that, I slide down. Let's keep working this here. We'll find that half medium. Maybe that, yeah, that's a little bit better. I don't feel so crunched. So this bench goes all the way to 90 degrees, which I want to feel how that feels. Because not a lot of benches go to 90. Most of them stop around 85. Come on. Okay, so that's straight 90, which means I'm going to lower this so that I have room. That's still tight. I mean, I could take this off, of course, to create more space. There we go. I don't like the 90 position. I don't feel like I need to be that upright. I feel like I'm almost leaning forward to kind of compensate, unless I want to, you know, move my hips a little bit further so I'm not here. And again, that leaves me no support here. But, you know, it is what it is. No bench is perfect, or is it? But here we are. Okay, not a fan of the 90, would have liked a little bit less, but that's personal preference. Maybe you like 90. Okay, so that's kind of my feedback on the initial bench feels from decline all the way up to incline. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Okay, speaking on this 90-degree bench, I've been kind of playing around with it here for a second. I feel like if I'm this tall, that's good, except I'd like my legs a little bit more here to kind of give me some better support, but I can't. This piece comes off by this little pin right here, but this piece does not. So I can't sit comfortably here because I kind of want to dig my feet in the ground and kind of brace myself against this 90-degree incline, and I can't. So I have to be out here, which is not the most, I don't know, comfortable position for me. I guess it's user preference here, but I just kind of wanted to point that out. It'd be nice if this was removable. All right, we're gonna try out the Preacher Curl, the 82.1 adjustable, so you can kind of rotate these in and out based on the 3 positions on each side. Let's just slide it in there and let's see how it is. I need that a little lower. So there's 6 positions here. Okay, that feels pretty good. Let's test it out, see how it feels. So they're saying 82 degrees helps you have better contraction at the top. Let's put that to the test. Here's my one, I'll just use one for now. All right. I should probably remove that. So here we go. It's good. I feel like it. Let me think on this. It's, yeah. I mean, I don't. If it's a better contraction, I guess. I don't necessarily feel it because I do a hard squeeze at the top anyway. But I want to make sure you pull your shoulder back when you're doing biceps. So shoulder down and back, squeeze. Yeah. So the Preacher Curl attachment I like. I like it. You can do both. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to try something else. We're going to play mix and match here. I guess once you find the position you like, you can just keep it and compare. Okay, so I've only changed one of them. You see the difference. This is going to be a little bit higher and a little bit more angled in. Nope, absolutely do not like that. Okay, so I have different positions, which that is a positive, right? You can position these according to your body instead of just having one simple setup. Like these are going to be different depending on the person. I will say having that 82 degrees, it's different feeling for me. I feel like in my body, I would have liked it a little bit higher because if I have my elbow a little bit higher, I can really pin that shoulder down and back. And for me, get a better contraction. Whereas when I'm farther down, it's harder for me to get in my body a fuller contraction. I would like my elbow up so I can plant this back, and that's hard. I can't pull my shoulder back at this angle. So biomechanically, this is not my favorite angle, but it might be for you. So here we are, we have both palms. I'm going to demonstrate. These aren't different heights, just to kind of show you. So we're just here. So you can do, there you go, there's your preacher curls. If you want to do barbell or like easy curl bars here, it would be cool if they had an attachment that you could just set the bar down, or like a little clip here so you could put the easy curl bar and rest it, because if not, you're just going to have to take it off. But okay, so that's the pros and cons we have of this preacher curl attachment. All right, moving on to leg extension, leg curl. As I said, this has a capacity, a max capacity of 110 pounds. And a really easy way to shift from leg extensions to leg curls, right? Well, from anything, like you can unlock it with this pin, right? The pin just slides in. I will say it's a little weebly wobbly. The preacher pad was a little bit weebly wobbly too. I didn't show that, but when you put it in, it's a little bit weebly wobbly. This could have been cooler with a tighter fit. Initially, without even adding any weight, these should be out further. Because as I come up, I would have liked them to be out further. Same with this here. I think this should have been just a little bit longer, because if you got thick thighs, like I'm hanging over that, and I would have liked more support on the whole thing. Sort of like thicker pads for my thighs. All right, let's start some leg extensions, and then we'll add some weight. I need to do it. So this doesn't adjust. This should adjust. I wish, so you see how this as a 4 points of adjustment. This needs 4 points of adjustment because look, my lower shin, tibia, fibula, this should not be on the top part of my ankle. It should be right above my ankle, right? So it should be like there. But if I come all the way forward, I don't have any support there. I'm kind of out in the open. Anyway, you can make it work. It's just not, if you're going to pay money for a bench, like the bench should work for you, not you work for the bench. All right, let's load her up. So you can fit both 25s, and at first we were skeptical this could fit a 45. I'm like, is 45 going to fit there? But yes, a 45 does fit on. Look at that. Okay, here we go. So being how narrow my leg position is here because of these tiny little rollers, I'm not able to really dig into that full quad aspect. I feel it a lot of my laterals, but to get to my medial and maybe even my VMO, I would have liked see a bit wider, but I can't come any wider. And also, this knob over here, when I come to knee extension, is digging into my leg. The knob is digging into my leg, folks. So when I come all the way up, the knob and I are not friends. Eventually, after like 50 reps, I'm gonna have a little sore spot there. So this knob should maybe be smaller or flatter or on the top so it doesn't hit my legs. So that is the leg extension. Weebles, it wobbles. You're gonna have like a party here, like, whoa, it's a fucking Bronco. All right, I'm done. Yeah, so, okay, leg extension, there we go. Let's try leg curl. Maybe we'll have a better experience. All right, let's test out the lying leg curl. Oh, let me probably do that. Oh. Let's test out the lying leg curl aspect of this DAV bench. Just shimmy in there. I already kind of measured to see how I wanted that on my ankles. When I do leg curls, I do like to hold on to something, kind of brace myself, like a handle. It'd be nice if I could reach those so I could just brace myself, but nonetheless, here we are. And then we curl up. And so that's not full range of motion. If I want to fully contract my hamstrings, I need to be able to come up, right? Like heel to glute. And that is right there. So that is partial range of motion for your hamstrings. I mean, other than that, like it's good, but once again, I can't move my legs around, right? I can't go wider. The wider you go and the more narrow you go, you're gonna train different hamstrings. You have 4 hamstring muscles. And each one is a different position. So that's why I like changing my foot position when I do hamstrings. So I give this hamstring curl attachment, not my favorite. Will it work them? Yes. Will it work them fully? Absolutely not. And I don't like this here either. I'm like, what? I want more support. But there you go. And I will say lastly, if you go heavy, these aren't the most forgiving. They'll start digging in. Maybe, again, not only longer, but thicker would have been, that's my feedback for these foam rollers. Okay, so we went over this DAV bench by Trainox Official. We went over the different inclines, the settings, the preacher curl attachment, the leg extension, the leg curl, the pros, the cons, the moving of it, the weight of it, the max capacity. We touched a little bit on everything. So if you're interested in this, there is a 10% discount link code in the description, as well as a link if you want to read more about it. Is this the bench for you? I don't know. I am just showing you the bench and you make the decision for yourself. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and also just dominate. Have a great day.